Welcome to the FantasyFootballFirst.com podcast.
Let's be great. Let's be great.
Where we'll hang out and discuss all things fantasy football.
Go rock this thing, huh? Love you, man. Go get it.
We'll give our best fantasy advice, predictions, insights, and more.
Play our game. All right? Play hard, but stay poised. Get it done.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. The show starts with Devin, Rick, and Quinn right now.
All right, 3, 2, 1. What's up, First Fantasy First fans? Already off to a good start, but I'm gonna keep that in because we are raw over here in this station. We got Devin over here, we got Quinn right here, and no Rick. He is on vacation. Me and him have to do the work because, we don't take vacations. We got to get this work out.
Yeah.
We do this for you. He doesn't even care, What does he do? Edit the videos? Not even good edited. But we got some start sits for you today. And this is a very important week as most of you are in your playoffs.
Or starting your playoffs.
Or, same thing.
Yeah.
See this guy over here. Look at him. He's a couple sleep. I'm sorry. I'm tired.
He just woke up.
Yeah. I. It's like 8:00, but I took a nap because I'm dying. Let's just get into this. Start it off. Why don't you go first with your start quarterback?
My starting quarterback. I have Taysom Hill as my starting quarterback. Yeah, I got
nice choice
against Philadelphia. They have Michael Thomas, which is definitely a bonus. I mean, he's been there, but he's definitely a bonus.
Definitely a bonus, he says.
He's a rushing quarterback, so those rushing stats do add up. And they're going against a weak defense. The 2 past weeks with Taysom Hill, not Denver, outside of Denver, the past 2 weeks, he has 27 fantasy points, which is pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, I definitely play him this week against Philadelphia.
All right.
Yeah.
My quarterback start is Ryan Tannehill.
Okay.
He's got a great matchup this week against Jacksonville. He's had some tough matchups the past 3 weeks, but he's put up more than 23 points against them, being Chicago Bears and the Colts, which are 2 teams that you can't get fantasy points against when you're quarterback, but he did. Mm-hmm. So he'll be firing all game. This is just gonna be great for Tennessee. Obviously, you play Corey Davis, you play Derrick Henry, all those people, but you gotta play Ryan Tannehill as well. So
cool.
Yeah, on to sits, and I have Jalen Hurts.
Ooh,
you got him?
No.
Okay. So it's tough to start.
I liked it though.
Yeah, it's tough to start a new guy. We've been waiting all year for him to play because Carson Wentz has been garbage, and he's finally getting the start. Sadly, it's against the Saints D, who is gonna just have a field day with sacks, most likely against him. Hurts will most likely make mistakes in his first start. Mm-hmm. This is something we can see. Definitely stay away from him until we can see what's happening.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you, sir. On to yours.
My sit-em is Derek Carr.
Oh, nice choice.
Yeah, the past 5 weeks, outside of last week because he went off last week, but the 5 weeks before that, he averaged 14 points a game, which is not very good. And the Indy defense is the number 1 defense right now in fantasy, so definitely scary. So I definitely sit Derek Carr this week.
Definitely sit Derek Carr. You heard it here, folks.
Yeah. Let's not be fooled from that huge game he had last week. Just don't play him.
Yeah, don't play him.
Don't play him.
Just don't even look at him. Don't even watch that game. Start the Colts defense. On to running backs if you want to start us off as well.
Starting running back, I have DeAndre Swift against Green Bay.
Oh, nice choice.
Yeah, soft defense against the run. And he missed practice last week, which is why I wasn't really comfortable about him. If you watched last week, I had him as a sit-em. This week, he is actually limited in practice. So he's actually in practice this week. I would actually expect him to start this week and play.
Yeah.
And if he does play, guys, he's a man.
He's questionable, but, he should play.
Yeah.
This week. All right. My start is Zeke Elliott.
Really?
Yeah, which is a comedy gold because I believe I talked about him last week as my sit.
Yeah.
And I said you can just not play this guy anymore
Yeah.
until right now.
Okay. Let me hear it.
So Elliott has a good matchup this week against the Bengals. The Bengals have been destroyed in the past by running backs. And he hasn't scored a rushing touchdown in 7 weeks, but I believe this is the week for it to happen. I believe he's going to get into that end zone. So if you have him, you should definitely put him in. Onto your sit.
My sit is going to be Kenyon Drake against the Giants.
Okay.
Giants defense has been stepping it up lately. Against Seattle and Cincinnati, they almost shut down the running game, which Cincinnati actually does have a relatively strong running game, and so does Seattle definitely. So that's a pretty big accomplishment. I can expect Kenyon Drake to be shut down as well.
That's good material there. I have Duke Johnson.
Okay.
So David Johnson has yet again been placed on IR, so he will not be playing for. He's on the COVID/IR, but
Yeah.
I believe it was for family issues. But he's already been discussed that he is out and he didn't fly with the team. So Duke Johnson's going to take over. When Duke Johnson is given the start, he tends to fail. He's only had one, respectable game this week when he's started. Or not this week, but this year when he started on the team. And he got 16 points from that, which is pretty good. But, you're not going to see that out of him when he goes up against the Bear D, as they are one of the best against the run. So I believe this is going to be a short game, as nobody's going to score many touchdowns.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, let's go to wide receiver.
Start him, sit him wide receiver. Do you want to start?
I would like to, and let me just say before I say this guy, I talk about him a lot, and I said I would never talk about him again. But
Your fifth time?
Yeah, pretty much my fifth time. I have to say it. Start Jamison Crowder. Yeah, Jamison Crowder got 2 touchdowns last week.
Yep.
He had the majority of the targets, 5 catches, 47 yards. That's pretty good fantasy value for him when, they had him projected for 10 points. It's 4 times I've said his name.
Oh, okay.
But he's against the Seahawks, who's the worst against the slot, and Jamison Crowder, tends to be the best at the slot. He should be getting in a lot of targets this game, as Seahawks will obliterate them, so they're most likely gonna have to throw.
Yeah.
Unless they get destroyed by the Jets, as they have by the by the Giants, surprisingly. But Denzel Mims is already out this week, which took away targets from him last time. So he should just be the man, the myth, the legend this week.
Cool.
And I won't say his name again.
Are you actually playing him this week?
Oh, I'm playing him.
Because
Not only that, but I'm starting him. All right, go ahead.
All right, mine is DJ Chark against Tennessee. Last 2 weeks with Mike Glennon as the quarterback, which Mike Glennon is playing again, in case you're wondering. DJ Chark had 7 targets and 8 targets, so he is trending in a little bit of an upward direction. He's the main guy on the team. I can expecting a lot of scoring on this game, and it's a soft defense. I can expect a big game for DJ Chark. I got a feeling on it.
He's got a feeling, man.
I got a feeling.
Let's hear who you don't have a feeling on.
Devontae Parker.
I do have Devontae Parker
Really?
as well, yeah.
Yeah. It's a tough matchup for Tua, honestly.
It is.
Yeah, they have Kansas City has a dangerous defense. There we go. I was trying to figure out the right word. Dangerous defense for those rushing quarterbacks, and Tua is, even though he hasn't been rushing a whole lot this year, he is considered a rushing quarterback because mainly how he played in college. And they've been just demolishing rushing quarterbacks. Breland is a really good cornerback. He's going to be on Devontae Parker. And Tua also has a thumb injury.
Yeah, thumb injury.
Do you want to add?
Yeah, like you said, tough matchup against the Chiefs, as they are third with the wide receiver because of Breland. And he didn't produce last week against the Bengals, which was projected to be a soft defense for him or for Parker to play. He was projected 15 fantasy points. He ended up with 7, so 3 catches for 47 yards.
Yeah.
So I expect there to be targets there, but I don't expect there to be catches or a lot of work for him. So
Good.
yeah, sit him.
Yep, sit him.
On to tight end if you want to start us off.
Start him, sit him. Mine is Mark Andrews.
Nice choice. I was close on choosing him.
Yeah, I mean, he's been out for 2 weeks with COVID protocol. He's just probably asking for a big game, honestly. Lamar Jackson's going to give it to him. And Cleveland's a really soft defense when it comes to the receiving. So I can expect a big game from Mark Andrews.
That's some good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm starting Logan Thomas. Tough matchup on paper, as 49ers is the best against the tight end, but I don't think this is going to slow down Logan Thomas. He has proved to be the favorite of Alex Smith, who has shown that he loves tight ends with Kelsey throughout the years. And he should produce with no Antonio Gibson. They're going to have to go to mostly the throwing game. You know, Peyton Barber is going to be their best chance at running. J.D. McKissick is the catching back, so he's going to be in there, but he's not going to run that much. And you know, this is a must-win game now that they are tied with in the division with the New York Giants. So they're going to be throwing it all over. So Logan Thomas is my start.
Nice.
You want to do your sit?
Sure. So I said Mark Andrews. Now I'm going to go to the other side of the ball and say Austin Hooper.
Sounds good. Monday night work on the tight ends.
On my start and sits. Yep. Baltimore is a really tough defense, especially division rival with the Browns. So the Cleveland Browns are going to have to do some trickery stuff in there, and you've seen them do trickery, all sorts of different things this year with Beckham, Landry, and even their offensive lineman got something. And I just expect them to do some things different. I think Harrison Bryant is actually going to end up getting more than Hooper this week. On top of that, it's a tough matchup. Probably going to run the ball, actually. I can expect the Browns running the ball a whole lot this game.
Yeah.
So I just do not see a whole lot from Austin Hooper this week.
That's some good stuff right there.
Yeah, great stuff.
My tight end sit is Hayden Hurst. He hasn't been fantasy valuable in a few games. They expect, you know, in the midway through the season, he's been getting solid points for a tight end, like, you know, 15, 11, 13. You know, he's averaging 11 to 15 through those periods. And then after the bye week, he's gotten 0, 8 points, and then 1, which is not good for Hayden Hurst. He fell off the earth with Matt Ryan. Until you see more production, he can't be trusted, and you should bench him. Thank you for watching, tuning in to our start-sit videos. This is the outro, as you can tell, but you might hear some dogs, so we're just going to roll with it because, you know, we're not giving fantasy advice at this moment, so, you know, hear those dogs. Love the barks.
It's going to be so funny if the mic doesn't pick out the dogs.
Well, I mean, there's always a chance, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't hear dogs, then good job. If you do, you're not crazy. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to leave a comment and ask us a question before Sunday's main slate games, let us know. We'll get back to you or answer it. If you have, you know, a choice between starting Devontae Parker or Jamison Crowder, what can help with that? Because obviously ESPN is going to tell you that Devontae Parker is projected 15 and Crowder's projected 12, but we both believe that this is going to be different work. So
Yeah, actually I do.
you know, always come to us with those questions because we will answer them. If you like this video, leave a like. That will show that you know, want us to keep going, moving forward with these info that we go out throughout our week trying to get out there for you. If you want to subscribe, that would also help because, you know, subscribers is what makes the children happy in the adoption centers.
And since subscriptions don't really mean a whole lot for YouTube, hit the notification bell because that helps us a whole lot more.
Yeah, this guy, you know, he loves his bells. Yeah, so click the bell to be notified when our videos come out.
Yeah.
We most likely will have a Wednesday video out this upcoming week for you. We got some good stuff heading your way. We post Mondays and Fridays, sometimes Wednesdays, and this one day you should be prepared and have your notifications on for a great video coming your way. And as always, you clicked our channel. You know why you clicked our channel? Because you're here to finish first.
This is so weird.
I know, right? It's a good one.
Thank you for listening to the FantasyFootballFirst.com podcast.
Jackson throws the plate. Crabtree has it for a touchdown.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Get more fantasy info and check us out at FantasyFootballFirst.com.